So dear participant, please get yourself ready. Now I'm gonna play an audio clip here. You have to listen the audio clip carefully and you can make some note, and after that, you need to describe or explain what have you heard or learned, or what is the message you have got from the audio clip. So let's start. Okay.
And of course, spontaneous means without a plan.
Can you hear the audio clip? Is it loud enough? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And it's the most natural kind of speaking. It's speaking without reading, without planning what you're going to say. And it's the way we speak when we have normal conversations, of course. So today I was trying to think about, what should I talk about? I need a general topic at least. And I was reading our Effortless English forums and noticed they had some Skype discussions about being a vegetarian. Shri, one of our really fantastic members, she's got so much energy and enthusiasm and motivation, she started a Skype discussion on the topic of vegetarianism. And I thought, hey, why don't I talk about that? It's a good podcast topic because, some members know that I'm a vegetarian, and I sometimes get comments or emails asking me.
So actually, the speaker here is speaking. He is a vegetarian, and now he is gonna share how he has become a vegetarian. You know that there are so many people over there around the world who don't eat just like red meat, and even they don't eat any kind of animals, meat or eggs or fishes. So they just they are habituated with eating or taking some food just like vegetables. Say they prefer vegetables rather than taking any kind of meat or as well as fishes. So the speaker here is speaking. He is gonna share right now actually how he has become a vegetarian. So listen carefully. From right at that right at this part, you will listen the main just part of this story.
About when did I become a vegetarian? Why? How? So I'll quickly talk about that. How and why did I become a vegetarian? Well, I became a vegetarian about 15 years ago. And it actually was not easy for me because before I became a vegetarian, I used to eat lots and lots of meat. I was a carnivore. In fact, my favorite restaurant was McDonald's, and I would go to McDonald's all the time.
So you can hear here is a word carnivores. What does it mean, carnivore? Anybody can explain the word carnivore?
Carnivores means actually it means something, some or any kind of living
Yeah,
that
that
likes to
means
eat meat,
when
or
people
you can
or any
say some.
species who just lead their life or they just take different kind of meat to just as their food. They take different kind of red meat or fishes. So they are called carnivores, right? Anybody who wants to
Yes,
add with me? Okay, so
yes, sir. Actually,
just remember the word carnivore. Okay. Okay.
Many times every week. In fact, the McDonald's employees knew my order. I would walk in and they already knew what I was going to order. They would just start typing it. Um, but then, something changed. A few things changed. The first thing that changed was I got a job as a security guard. This was after I graduated from university with my first degree, my first of 3 degrees, my undergraduate degree, which is in journalism. And I graduated and could not find any good jobs, so I had a lot of bad jobs. And one of those bad jobs was security guard at a chicken plant, this big chicken processing plant. And what that means, in fact, is it's a place where they kill the chickens. They bring in these big trucks with all these chickens, and then they put them into the factory, and the workers grab them and put them on these machines, and the machines kill them, and the blood goes everywhere, and it's truly
Here in this part, you can see the speaker is talking about how he has become a vegetarian, and uh, when actually he already said he was a graduate, and after completing the graduation he doesn't have any good job, so that's why he joined a farm as a security guard. And what kind of farm? Chicken farm. That means where chickens rear, chickens just slaughtered, or it's a kind of place from where that means in local market they provide or sell the chickens. So that kind of farm it is, and he joined there as a security guard. So let's hear from the next of the part.
Horrible. And I walked around this place as part of my job. I worked on the weekends as a night guard. Well, I only lasted 2 weekends. After 2 weekends, I had enough. It was too much. It was horrible. I hate.
Okay, so the last part you have heard that actually the last thing he read about Mahatma Gandhi, a prominent figure of modern era, and he just read out that Mahatma Gandhi was also a vegetarian, and that the thing he inspired him a lot. So he started quitting eating meats. But at first he tried for the first month. After 1 month, he just didn't take any meat. But after 1 month, he started again eating meats because it's really tough to change any kind of habit. And he just did the thing back and forth, back and forth. But that means it took him 1 month, 1 year to change the habit. And after all, after 1 year, he just become a vegetarian. And you can see, he is just sharing the story. It's about 15 years ago. So 15 years he has been a vegetarian and he is not taking any kind of meat. And another thing, it's scientifically proved that most of us think that if we only eat meat, then we are really get enough energy. But actually, he just said scientifically it's proved that actually if you only take vegetarian or just vegetables instead of meat, you will also feel better, because as he has said, when he was taking meat, that time when he was running 2 or 3 miles or kilometer, he got tired. But now after becoming a vegetarian, when he just ran just around 5 kilometer, he was not tired, and he felt really good. So it's already also scientifically proved that actually if you become a vegetarian, it's not a problem actually. Sometimes we think that we have some misperception that if we become vegetarian, then we may get sick. So that's it. I hope that most of you just heard this story, and now I would like to give you the floor to speak up about this topic. So you have only 1 minute to get yourself ready. So after 1 minute, I will listen from you. So now we want to hear from Jamil. You must follow the timing, okay? You cannot take more than 2 minutes. If Jamil cross 2 minutes, definitely somebody will just try to just mention or show some remarks or gesture, just gesture you have in this Zoom session, just to warn him that your time is up. Okay, so you can start, Jamil.
Okay, sir. Thank you for giving me the chance. Actually, this story is about a convoy who just who like to eat meat. Actually, after eating a lot of meat, he didn't stay fit as he became much fat. And actually, it is a story of a people who has been changed after watching the reality, as he has saw the cruel reality of the chickens that were killed and were turned out into the meat that we eat to fill our stomach. And actually, the time went on, and after watching the reality, after understanding the thing, after having the feeling, actually he started to eat less meat. And after all, he tried to be a vegetarian as he was not fit. He was not fit. He was healthy. He didn't run. He didn't have a healthy life. And after all, he became a vegetarian. He tried hard. He worked hard to be a fit and healthy person. And he became, actually, it's a story of his life and it was about 15 years ago. And it was it's big past. But actually, this is something that teaches us that yes, you have to change yourself. That's not a big problem. After 1 year, after 1 year, the habit was changed. He went up. He became a vegetarian. He worked hard to be a fit, and now he is fit. And now he can go through in his life, and he can complete his work. He can enjoy it. Actually, yes, this is what the story. This is what we can learn from the story. Yes, this is the thing that today I'm gonna in this 1 hour short.
Thank you
Thank you,
so
sir.
much, Jamil. Thank you so much for maintaining your time. Thank you. Who is next? Okay, May Jamin.
So at first it was a story of a vegetarian who was past as a meat eater, but at that time he realized that he has a serious problem, health issue, for being a meat eater and eats lots of meat. So whenever he realized that, he started to change his habit to vegetarian. But at the end of his chance, he started to eat vegetarians to become more healthy and energetic. So he is not he is not he is not doing like anything to make us vegetarian, but he is just share his own ideas, his own life from his own life. So that's it.
Thank you, May Jamin. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else? Saum Khan, okay, you can start.
Okay, so in the passage, we learned about a person who became a vegetarian. So the person became vegetarian 15 years ago. Before it, he was a carnivore and he liked meat. His favorite was McDonald's. He went there to eat a lot of meat or food made of meat or fast foods as well. He got a job after university as a security guard in a chicken farm. He saw the chickens in pain and being killed in the farm. So slowly after, he started to avoid eating meat. He read somewhere that vegetarians have really healthy life, and meat makes you like it's not mainly it is also healthy for life, but it's also harmful for our health. So he read that in a book. After that, he also learned that it has some environmental impact of being a vegetarian. So he was inspired from the book and thought how he could be a vegetarian. He read the Hot Molangi's physics of being a vegetarian. He became a vegetarian finally, and then he stopped next month. After that, he again started to be a vegetarian preferably. Then he again stopped, and he did this more and more. And after a year, then they finally became a vegetarian, and still he's a vegetarian till the last 15 years. So from the passage, we can learn that if we like try to do something and if we do this more and more, then we could finally succeed. This is
Yeah, thank
something
you,
like the
Saum
most.
Khan. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Silmon. Your time starts now.
So we heard about a story from a man who American people who wanted to talk about like how he was a vegetarian. So 15 years ago he has been a full vegetarian where before the before he was a non-vegetarian. He was fond of eating meat. So and he was also fond of McDonald's. He eats like he was eating regular McDonald's fast foods. So he was started to he started to think about that like you he take a job of security guard in the farm of chicken where he saw slaughtering the chickens and killing them, and that hits his mind. So he wanted to not to eat meat. not to eat meat, and not meat. So he wanted to
Okay,
not meet, and
okay, Silman, thank you so much. So you have to rejoin the session within 1 minute. So please rejoin. Okay, after this session, we will listen from others.